Hello and welcome to Service Unit Manager Training. By the end of this course, you will understand Service Unit Manager responsibilities, learn how to carry out position tasks, share best practices with staff and peers, and feel inspired to kick off a great new year with your team. For the majority of this course, we will be using the position description to help you understand the importance of your role to our organization and to Girl Scouts of Gulf Coast, Florida. So what does a Service Unit Manager do? As a volunteer, the Service Unit Manager, in collaboration with other volunteers and staff, ensures the extension and retention of membership in the geographical area. The nature of this position requires the individual to provide both direct and indirect service to girls. The term of appointment for a Service Unit Manager is 1 year, and that is renewable upon completion of the evaluation process. The position requires an average of 5 to 10 hours per month, and they are accountable to the Director of Membership. So how is a Service Unit Manager supported? The Service Unit Manager receives support, guidance, and encouragement from various Girl Scouts of Gulf Coast Council staff. She or he has access to relevant learning opportunities and materials that prepare and support him or her for this role. For example, if you're working with a volunteer who has a conflict with their co-leader, and the treasurer quit and nobody knows how much money is in the bank account, while you might reach out to the Director of Membership, she may redirect you to the Director of Volunteer Services or the banking specialist to help resolve the issue. What are the responsibilities of a Service Unit Manager? Well, we'll start with the two responsibilities that are on all of our volunteer position description. The first one is to attend training and enrichment for the position. You're doing this now, so you can cross that off the list. Next, you'll need to support and follow GSUSA, Girl Scout of Gulf Coast, Florida guidelines, policies, and procedures, and GSUSA organizational-wide competencies. You've already been doing these as a leader, but obviously, in a leadership role for your service unit, your adherence to these policies is even more important because you are the key role model for the other leaders and volunteers in your service unit. The most important part of your role is helping to carry out the plans for success. This is based on council goals and will be the driving force for all that you do, the service team, leaders, and volunteers do throughout the year. It starts with your oversight and passion and requires a strict adherence to safety and financial responsibilities. Of course, you'll need a team to help you with this. You'll recruit and appoint a team and manage area leaders as well. We have provided all service units with position descriptions for all service team positions. We will quickly go over those so you understand the importance of filling each role. There are webinar recordings for each one of these positions as well, so feel free to watch any of those recordings if you're interested in learning more about them. Let's start with the treasurer. The treasurer oversees the service unit account and reviews troop bank accounts. This is about being good stewards of the girls' money. Think about that when you are recruiting someone for this position. Just because a well-intended volunteer can get distracted and get off course. This is someplace you should check in often. The registrar maintains the service unit troop catalog and ensures that troops are registered. Working closely with this position helps you see the membership health of your service unit. The catalog is something new and will be something that helps us track how many vacancies are in each troop. The Volunteer Support Coordinator is a relatively new position. This one will monitor safety, training, awards, travel, and coaches. This position is important because it gives you and your volunteers the support they need to feel well-informed and successful in this position. This certainly can be broken up over several people. The recruiter sets up recruitment events, troop building, and back-to-school nights. As a membership organization, always trying to show our strength and growth, a strong recruitment team is a must and needs to function all year long, not just in the fall. This is where you might see a change. In the past, there may have been 2 or 3 people that help do troop building nights in the fall. While that's still important, having volunteers who can articulate the benefits of Girl Scouts to a variety of audience throughout the year is essential. Coaches. Coaches mentor leaders by level at service unit meetings, by phone and email. Don't get caught up in trying to find experts in all of these areas. A coach just needs to be friendly, approachable, and able to get answers for leaders when they need help. They don't need to have done all 3 Daisy journeys. They just need to connect with them and connect them with someone who can help them with the Daisy program. This is exactly the same for the new leader coordinator position, but this person needs to focus on ensuring the new leader completes all steps and returns for a second year. There are resources to help guide the coaches. The event coordinator coordinates service unit events for girls and maintains the event calendar for the service unit. While each event may have its own committee and planner, the coordinator will build the event calendar, work closely with the treasurer to make sure there is a plan for expenses and income, and work with PR and communications coordinator to make sure the event is advertised as needed. The product sales coordinators exist for the fall sale and the cookie sale. These volunteers manage the sale by mentoring leaders through the process. The PR and communications coordinator handles social media for service units, updates the council staff with local newsworthy news, events, and celebrations. Since we've just covered some of the other positions in the service unit, we want to go back to ensuring that all the volunteers that you recruit and that they recruit have completed all the necessary steps. So once you've identified great service unit volunteers and troop leaders, we need to ensure that all volunteers have completed an application, their background screening, an interview, registration, training, and they've been appointed or are being reappointed for a new year. You're not alone in this. Positions like the registrar, coach, new leader coordinator, and volunteer support coordinator can help ensure that these steps get completed. So many of your responsibilities as a service unit manager involve providing support to volunteers. Commonly, the best way to do that is by having monthly meetings. Understand that you may not have to have a meeting every month if you can find other ways to connect. Are you able to tell them everything they need to know in an email? Can 2 major topics be shared via Facebook? If the agenda is about new leaders, can you just invite new leaders to a meeting? Either way, you need to foster and create a welcoming, inclusive, respectful, and engaging environment at meetings, events, activities, on your service unit social media outlets, between the volunteers, and anything else that you knew. Volunteers say upon leaving that they didn't feel supported or connected with our Girl Scout family. We need to make extra efforts to make sure these things are happening in as many ways as possible. Your service unit will be most successful when everyone is positive and helping each other. Take the time to acknowledge accomplishments and include them, and time to brag about their successes as a leader. This gives other leaders new ideas and also gives them a sense of pride in what they do with the girls. Inviting new people to be a part of the team or join a committee not only helps people feel welcomed and valued, it fills voids and ensures that we don't keep asking the same people to do everything. It also eliminates accusations of favoritism. Service units can be very, very successful when everyone is just friendly and trying to find a way to help each other. And those are really the people who need to fill the roles on the service unit team. They don't have to be the experts in everything. They just need to be helpful. One of your most important roles as a service unit manager is to participate in the development and implementation of the annual Service Unit Plan for Success. It's truly what defines what the whole service unit is doing all year. As the service unit manager, you create this with your team. Ask for ideas. Let them have ownership of actions that will lead you to the goals. Break down goals into smaller, quantifiable actions so that more girls can be served in a variety of ways. If your service unit goal is to have 825 girls served, by now, since Early Bird is over, you may know that 350 of them have registered through the Early Bird process. A registrar will be able to help you identify troops and girls who are still planning to register. So let's say that we know that 80 of them are returning. Now that gives you 430. You will need to recruit 395 new girls. That can look like 10 recruitments of 35 girls each, or 5 recruitments of 75 girls each, or any combination. The details are: what do you do to make the recruitment activity successful? For example, make sure flyers are passed out by the school. Be a part of the morning announcements. Put yard signs in the kindergarten drop-off. Visit classrooms, visit lunchrooms, pass out stickers, invite girls to come with their mom who might end up being the leader. Ask existing girls to do a presentation. Involve older girl troops. Have the girls do a flag ceremony at their first PTA meeting. Have a booth or poster at an open house, etc. Whatever your plans for success are, they need to be completed by July 15th each year. So you probably have this done by now. One of the last responsibilities on your position description is to support the family partnership. I'd like to explain how you would do that. Basically, we need you to have knowledge of the campaign so that when other leaders and volunteers ask you what it is, you're able to explain it in a positive way. The campaign changes from year to year, so currently our campaign is something called the Giving Challenge, which happens in September. From September 20th to September 21st, from noon to noon, there's an organization who will match any donations received on a 2-to-1 basis for new donors, up to $100, and a 1-to-1 basis for returning donors, up to $100. There are also $50,000 in prizes that we may be able to win for cultivating new and returning donors. So the PR and communications coordinator will receive up-to-date information on this, but we want you to be aware of it as a service unit manager to help for that short time frame to support the program. How do you fit into our organizational goals? Your role affects the mission of the entire organization when you're the service unit manager. We succeed when more girls get a chance to participate, and this is a combination of so many factors. When the girls achieve outcomes, it's easier to amplify the brand and increase awareness and reach more girls. When we amplify the brand, this means that we need awareness to get girls interested in Girl Scouts even when they don't understand what Girl Scouts is. When more girls are satisfied with their experience, they achieve more. In turn, parents are more satisfied when the girls are having a great experience. This makes them truly appreciate the great volunteers that we have. And when leaders see the girls truly benefiting from their experience, they are more satisfied and continue to volunteer. Of course, a fluid system like this helps councils to be more financially sustainable and then are able to offer more program opportunities for girls locally and globally. All of this starts in your very own service unit, and we need your organization, ideas, and expertise to spark the cycle. As the service unit manager, you'll need lots of resources to support the variety of positions and skill levels of the leaders in your area. So we've created a few resources that should help you. I'll list a few of them here, and we'll put a packet together for you so that you can have these at your fingertips. First would be a general 10 recruitment messages, recruitment materials at your request, flyers, posters, stickers, etc. Just contact us and your membership specialist and the director of membership to get some of the things that you need. Obviously, the list of volunteer positions in your service unit is a resource. It helps you think about what positions you need to fill and what tasks need to get done. A self-assessment sample. We have a corrective action plan and procedures for that should any leaders in your service unit need to go through the corrective action process. We have interview questions and talking points for interviewing new leaders. There's a checklist for volunteer leaders, co-leaders / assistant leaders to make sure that they've gotten everything done in the beginning of their onboarding process. A sample appointment letter and emails. A reappointment worksheet that will help you to figure out which leaders are reappointable and which need some coaching. Obviously, the volunteer position agreement tells you what every volunteer has agreed to do. And a performance improvement plan, should it be needed for leaders. The GSUSA Blue Book of Basic Documents, that guides what we do as a council and what all of our volunteer policies need to be. Volunteer Essentials, this comes every single year, and those are our guidelines for so many of how we ACT in Girl Scouting. Of course, Safety Activity Checkpoints. This is an online resource, as is the Volunteer Essentials. It's just too big for you to have to print. However, we can mail you a copy of both if you'd like. The Service Unit Plan of Work is obviously going to be your resource because it tells you what you need to get done all year. And then we have some conflict resolution guidelines that can help you and the coaches and the volunteer support coordinator manage any conflict that leaders might be having. So at this point, we've gone through your responsibilities as a service unit manager as they show on your position description. We wanted to create a way to break down each one of those to explain to you how to achieve those individual responsibilities. We hope that we've done that, though we've realized that we left it quite open because you're creating what that is in your service unit. So if you have any questions and you need additional support resources, please contact Yvonne Brass and she will get you in the right direction to whatever you need. All of the council staff is here to support you, but you can start by contacting Yvonne and we can get your year started with great energy. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day.